Ladies and gentlemen, we're here doing it live. Week 4 start bench advice show, news show, trade show, idea show, whatever the case may be for you, what you need. Are you dominating week number 4 no matter what? Are you already out to an early lead? Doesn't matter. We can help you fix your team, go forward, help you with the week 4 moves, your week 5 moves, your week 6 moves, your Rashi Rice, get them on the roster now to win a championship move. Go trade for CeeDee Lamb now. Both moves I fully endorse and recommend in Fantasy Football 2025 Week 4 on. Go get Lamb, go get Rice. Buckle up, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. You found your new home. The Fantasy Football Show, ladies and gentlemen, begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show.
Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks. And ladies and gentlemen, we got some news to go over and get you prepared for week number 4. And yeah, it's crazy we're already through 4 weeks of football, or we will be tomorrow. Through 4 weeks of football. Scatman in the building. Scatman, do it live. Can't wait to watch him unveil in 2025 week number 4. Let's get through some of these questions real quickly. Let's get these 2 super chats away. Fields versus Miami. Dak over Green Bay. I think I'm gonna go Fields with the matchup, but I love Fields. Once we just needed him to be announced to be back. And I'll go over that news in a second. Fields is playing Pickens, Deebo, Hendy, pick one. I think Pickens is your safe call, but Hendy's the high-risk, high-reward play. So you got to pick your poison there. Got a trade proposal, giving up Cam Scatterbo and Hunter Henry for Bucky. What do you think I'm going to say to that? I love Scat wearing the shirt, but no way I'm passing up on Bucky. I mean, that trade will get vetoed in 49 states, bro. I mean, come on. All right, let's get to the news and notes and then go from there. First piece of news, Bashal Tutin removed from the injury report. We talked about this yesterday, but I wanted to throw that on screen just in case anybody missed it. We've got Jaden Daniels won't play versus the Falcons. Obviously, you know that by now, but if anybody's late to the party, there you go. Mariota, I don't know. Depends on your option. Tyreek Hill, personal day, missed practice. But then the crazy part is he's expected to play, but you see what was he doing? What was he up to? Let me pull the photo. This was him today. He posted this. I don't know what this is. I don't know where he is. Is he at a basketball game? Is he dressed up? Is he playing in a band? Is this a movie shoot? I don't know what he's doing, but the guy is a head case. That's all I'm going to say. And trade him if you can, while you can. And I've got a video that talks just about that exact thing. Like, how do you get rid of Tyreek Hill? If you were to trade him, we did a whole video on it where I said, what if you could put Tyreek Hill over here and you could put even a player like Pickens over here? We're going with the Pickens side of that fence. But Tyreek Hill's just a mess right now. Go trade him for Ladd. Trade him for Scat, trade him for obviously Hampton or Judkins, and you might think that that's not doable, but there are people that are like literally asking, should I start Judkins or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, who is not a bad play, but he's also not a amazing play because you don't know what the Commanders are thinking. None of us do. Commanders rookie running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, aka JCM, aka Bill, aka Little Bill, is listed as questionable for Sunday due to his knee injury, but is expected to play. But how much? We don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. In fact, none of our guesses are good. I'll tell you that right now because we don't know. But if you're in dire straits, I don't mind starting him. I don't think it's a bad play. Stafford or Mariota, I'm going Stafford. Come on, he's got weapons, bro. Start 2 JCM, Higgins, Tucker, Harvey. I'm starting probably Higgins and I suppose JCM, but that's a tough one. Tucker or JCM, pick your poison. I guess full PPR, safer way might be to go Tucker. Start 2 running backs in a flex. Scat, Mason, Brees. I'm going to go I'm going Chase Brown. No. A running back and a flex. Start one running back and a flex. Okay, we're gonna go Mason or Scatterboo. Scatterboo or Mason? Scatterboo or Mason? Maybe just both. Scatterboo, Mason. But Brees, how do you sit Brees? Start two, guys. A running back and a flex. Scatterboo, Mason, Brees, Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown. Matchup's not the most ideal, but I do think he bounces back. Man. Pick two. Pick two. You got to pick two. Mason's consensus so far. I need two. Brees Hall, scat. Mason, scat. What are we doing? Mason seems to be the consensus. Vote on that one. Trust the consensus, bro. The group chat, group think is always the best way to go. This piece of news right here, Michael Mayer, if you didn't know, concussion won't play. This is good for Brock Bowers, who is off the injury report, appears to be finally healthy. The Bears is a fantastic matchup for the Las Vegas Raiders, as you can see right here. And we're in LV. We've got Brock Bowers ready to go. Maybe this formation and the potential way that they set this thing up without Mayer might trigger some sort of, I don't know, some sort of Ashton Genty movement. And Brock Bowers getting on his horse movement. So actually, kind of, no offense, Michael Mayer, intrigued by your absence today. Not wishing injury upon anybody, just saying this might be what we needed. Justin Fields' concussion has been cleared to start week 4, and he's a good play. He is a good play. No one should be sitting Justin Fields unless you've got like an amazing option. Look at this. Tristan Wirfs is back. According to Schefter, knee questionable, is expected to play against the Eagles on Sunday. Now, we don't have a lot of clarification on that, but this is fantastic news. Bucky to the mother freaking moon. Bucky stock goes up. Bucky going to Jupiter. What am I saying?
Jupiter.
He's going to Jupiter. Love our boy Bucky. And then another piece of news here. Let's see here. Did we have, did I just get this one? Okay, Wirfs already did that one. Let's see. There's another piece of news right here. I believe this is new. Chris Godwin, according to Schefter, Godwin ankle questionable, is expected to make his debut. It's going to be Buka season. I love when people go, what do we take a Buka now that Godwin's back? Are you living under a rock? Are you under a rock? Not only does it not matter, okay, number one, because Buka's the number one wide receiver on the team, just as we predicted from the beginning. But Evans is out. Minus Evans plus Godwin isn't more dangerous for the volume of Buka. So when someone asks me, what do you think about Godwin coming back? Is this a problem? What do you subtract 3 and add 1? Are you ahead? Are you behind? Like, what's going on here? God, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I live on Bizarro land. $20 hauler. I see your $20 hauler. Handed hands. I'm going to handle your super chat just 1 second. Is this the one I just did? Yes, Godwin. Okay. We got another piece of news here. This one is coming from Carolina. ESPN reports that running back Chuba Hubbard-Cav is expected to play week 4. Saddle him up. Get him out there. He's ready to go. He's fired up and ready. Ricky Pearsall, knee questionable to play week 4, but is expected to play. Jennings is also questionable, but expected to play. Jennings could be limited, is the consensus information out there. So be careful starting your boy Jennings. He probably will not play a ton, or at least he's being labeled as limited. But Pearsall should play. I think Pearsall probably plays the full game. Brock Purdy, toe, left shoulder, removed from the injury report. Brock Purdy's back. That's great for Pearsall. It's great for the Niners in general, but they're definitely banged up. And the odds of everybody staying healthy is extremely not good right now. Devontae Adams listed as questionable for Sunday's game due to a hamstring injury. Is expected to play versus the Colts. Good news. Fire him up. Nobody had any questions all week anyway. That was fully expected. We got this piece of news here. This is the one I was talking about. Ricky Pearsall knee, Juwan Jennings shoulder, ankle are expected to play, although Jennings expected to be limited. This coming from Shefty. So you should feel confident about all those reports. And even if, let's say, he didn't, look at this. It looks like he's posing for GQ here. Maybe the Bengals make a trade for Russell Wilson, depending on how Browning does in week number 4. So we'll see. This has definitely been the talk of the town. Brees Hall trade rumors, Russell Wilson trade rumors. The Bengals not, having Browning on a multi-year deal. This definitely makes sense. Alicia, thank you for the super chat, the $20 hauler. Mike, thanks for the gifted membership. I'm going to answer all the super chats in 1 second. As soon as I get through this news, I'm just going to blast through it real quick. I think we're almost done. But let's see how Browning does before we just completely write him off. Isaiah Likely, who missed his first 3 games of the season with a foot injury and is listed as questionable for Sunday, is expected to play and make his season debut against the Chiefs. This is good news. I think he does actually have a really good value. So if you need a tight end or you're not sure what you need at tight end, make sure you're trading or picking him up right away. Let me see if I can get this. This is the one I just put up. Hold on a second. Let me go back to the news. Russell Wilson likely. Is this, this is the Tyreek Hill news. He was absent, but he was dressing up, and I don't know if he's going to a rodeo or what he was doing there. Stewart has been ruled out of this game. So this is good news for the Broncos rushing attack. And if the Broncos get up to an early lead, which may or may not happen, then we think maybe Harvey does get some garbage time. If not, if something happens to JK, which is certainly always possible with J.K. Dobbins. Then you'd see, obviously, one of those like games where like Hampton wasn't supposed to do well. Najee tears his Achilles, and then boom, Hampton's off to the races in the game. Jaylen Warren, knee questionable, will be active for Sunday's game. And remember, this Ireland game, is the first game you can see on my list here. This is at 6:30 in the morning Eastern, which means it's 3:30 in the morning. What are they doing? No, any of my Ireland people watching right now, the 7 of you, can you put earmuffs on real quick? Just put your earmuffs on real quick, my Ireland folks. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is it all about money? Is it all about money? Can't we get a GoFundMe for each of these games and say, hey, GoFundMe to not have this overseas? Earmuffs, keep the earmuffs on, Ireland, please. I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing to our players? These games never score well. Thanks a lot for JJ having another 40-yard game. These games never score well. These are worse than Thursday games. Players get injured all the time. There's potholes in the middle of the field. Nobody can leave their rooms sometimes when they go to these different countries. What are we doing? Why are we playing in another country? I don't understand. It's about money. I get it. But why can't we start GoFundMes? Why can't we get an extra advertiser? Why can't we put a couple more commercials on the Red Zone to pay for this? Why do we have to have our players go play in a situation? Is it 6:30 Pacific time? Okay, sorry. 6:30 Pacific time. So that would be what? 6:30, 9:30, 9:30. So this one's not as bad as the other ones. Some of the overseas games are worse. So sorry, 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. My fault. I'm in Arizona. Arizona's in the middle of all this madness. We don't have a time zone change. We just watch everybody change around us. It's ridiculous. But I don't know what we're doing here. The players get injured. This is not good for the players. And if the time is off by a significant margin, guess what? We missed the entire thing. When those games are overseas to where they're starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm catching some Z's. There's no way I'm up for that game. Not in the beginning of it. I see the second half. It's just ridiculous. What else we got? I think this might be the last piece of news. Ted McMillan expected to play week 4. You should know that by now. And that is all of the news, ladies and gentlemen, walking into this situation. All right, let's it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, here's my thing. You take it to another time zone, you play it so that the states get to watch it at the exact same time. That's your bad. You choose some place where the sun isn't up yet, that's your fault. You go play. I know that's not even better for the players, but it's about the fans. It's about everything else. All right. Let's get into these super chats and then we'll get into the rest. We got $20 hauler from Alicia. Alicia, appreciate the $20 hauler. Thank you so much. I'll answer your question right after I answer the first $20 hauler, which was by Handed Hands, dropping the super wad on screen. Handed said, yo, Smitty, got a lot going on. I just traded Tyreek, Benson, and Ayuk for Collins. I think you smashed it. Real good.
You've just been Smitty approved.
think you're not going to have friends after this. I don't think you two will talk after this trade. It's a 12-man league, 0.5. Any moves? I mean, you just lambasted one person. You want to lambaste someone else? Think about moves on a last second. Like, if you can pull off a last second trade, by all means, try. But Kyren, Hampton, Judkins, love the running backs. JCM, Pollard, Collins, Jamar Chase, love that. Buka, Pearsall, no. Unless you're trading Pearsall, Adams, JCM, Pollard, maybe Kyren, like a combination of that to upgrade Kyren. Go after Derrick Henry. Go after JJ, maybe, using Pearsall and I mean, your running backs, you could afford to, if you wanted, you could afford to go Hampton and Judkins at running back. I mean, if I was to go after a top 4 wide receiver using Kyren because they're desperate at RB, and you throw, let's say you throw Addison in, that might trigger them to do it. Who's going to give up a number 4 wide receiver for Kyren? Not that many people, right? You throw in Pearsall, you throw in Addison, they start thinking differently. They start going, but I get a receiver back. Pearsall's playing pretty good. You show them the Pearsall stats. Like, there is definitely a world where people make that kind of trade. This one's from Alicia. Alicia, appreciate you with the super chat. He does not want Hubbard. I'm 5-1 PPR against the median. I would like to keep Lamb. Any advice? Okay, so someone wants to trade for Neighbors for a wide receiver, running back. Someone wants to trade Neighbors. Okay, he does not want Hubbard. So, looking at this squad, Javante's a real nice piece. Don't touch JT. Is that Kyren Williams? I assume that's Kyren Williams. So, Javante or Kyren for Neighbors. Obviously, you have to give up more. Would I do both of them? I probably would, given your running backs. I think you could afford to if they're, let's say, really dire straits. But then they probably want a receiver back. You could kick back a Pittman. But if they don't want that weird of a trade, then you really are going a Dunze and potentially, I don't know. Keenan, how about first of all, try Keenan Allen and Kyren. Try Keenan Allen and Javante. Obviously, they're not going to probably do that. And try Hubbard, or you said no Hubbard. Javante. Oh, Javante Williams is what this is. I thought this was Javante and Kyren Williams. It's Javante Williams. Okay. You were spelling everything out. Okay. So Javante Williams and Keenan Allen, try that. If not, Adunze and Javante could work. Adunze and Javante could work. And that's a lot, but so is Neighbors. But past that, you can't really do anything. If they need a running back, they need a wide receiver, that's the answer. Love the team. Team's fantastic. Thank you very much. Start May versus, I didn't give you your $20 haulers, did you? Did I? So let me hit that button right now. $20 haulers there. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. To the mother freaking moon. Start May versus Carolina or Fields versus Miami. I'm probably going to go Fields for upside, May for safety. May's number, I think he's number 7, 8 across the board in almost every single scoring format I've looked up. So he's safe as can be. Fields does have top 5 potential, but he also has 15, potential. Flex Genty or BTJ. Genty going up against the Bears all day long. Trade accepted. Let's go. Appreciate you, Jay Fur, to the moon. Doing it live. Doing work. Pick one, Hendy, Worthy, or Franklin. Have PPR. I'm going to go Hendy. I'm taking the gamble. I know a lot of people think that Hendy got re-benched, but they're misunderstanding the situation, I believe. Now, no one knows what's going to happen. I mean, coaches have been doing stupid things all year, and we've been scratching our head from week to week to week to week to week to week. Look at JCM. No, this is it. No, it's not. No, this is really it. No, it's not. But the word that Ramondre Stevenson wasn't going to be disciplined for fumbling doesn't mean he still gets to start. He didn't say, no, Ramondre's still our starter. He said, is there going to be any discipline, sir? The reporter asked. Mike says, okay, Mike, I thought you were saying I missed your super chat. I was about to send you on a big fat lap, Mike. Thank you. Good joke. If you think that not serving any discipline means that he's still starting, why is Henderson getting shot out of a cannon as the first running back in practice all week, followed by Gibson, followed by Ramondre, then followed by Gibson? Hendy's getting the work that the one usually gets. So you read whatever you want into that. My Lamb, Shakir for Judkins, Tootin and Warren. Tyler Warren is pretty damn good. Judkins is also really good. I'm going to say that I think it's pretty close. If you're hurting at, okay, tight end equals wide receiver, then hell no. Then I'm not doing this. No. Lamb, I have a feeling Lamb's coming back sooner than people think. I'm trading for Lamb. In fact, my message of the night, and I'll have this conclusion at the end of the show too, is that we should be trading for Lamb right now. I don't know that he's back next week, but he could be. I don't know that he's back next week, but he could be back the next week. He keeps talking about this thing like it's not a big deal. He says, I've rolled my ankle before. It's not. He isn't saying, I got a high ankle sprain. It's really bad. He's like, I roll my ankle playing basketball all the time. He's saying he rolled his ankle. And he's not playing in week 4, but I have a feeling that people are going to be like, why did I trade him away? I'm not, and make no mistake about it, your trade should be to trade for him as if he's missing 3, maybe 4 weeks. And then if he doesn't, you make out like a bandit. And if he does miss 3 to 4 weeks, you baked it in. So you got to understand the difference. Was offered London Hampton for my Keenan Allen Jacobs, except London Hampton by quite a bit. That's an easy call. Thank you for the super chat. Nick, appreciate you with the super. Nick says full PPR Henderson or Pollard. I'm going to go Henderson. I think Henderson's the starter. I don't care what anybody says. Drake London. Dark London. Drake Drock London. Darake London or Igbuka for my flex. This is for your own good. I appreciate the question. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be starting Darake London, but Buka, who's sitting Buka? Who would sit Buka? Have CMC, Nico, JSM McBride, Darake London, and May. I mean, look, I'm not saying you got to sit London. I'm saying make a trade. I'm saying make a trade and do it live. Thank you, my boy, for dropping the super chat. Appreciate you. All right, Buka. The amount of times you get asked, should we play Buka this week is just so head scratching. It really is. I'm 1 and 2. Any trades I need to make. New here. Love your content. The content loves you back, my boy. Any trades you need to make. Content with the lineup. Sutton, Neighbors, Ladd. I like the team a lot. Rice coming back strong. Ladd and Sutton. Ladd's going to come on strong too. A.O. Manor, love it. Benson, Judkins, Hendy. I think Judkins and Hendy are going to be great for you. I would potentially explore moving Benson or Judkins if the price is right, but Benson and Sutton, probably Benson and Sutton because Benson's doing so well. Benson and Sutton for Henry, Benson and Sutton for Achane, Benson and Sutton for a running back upgrade. It'd have to be something massive, and I think that you're seeing, Genty's interesting if you're getting something back, just because I do think he goes on a tear. I really do. And it might start against Chicago this week. What do you think of this trade? Judkins and Hampton for Rice and Chase Brown and ETN. Judkins, Hampton for Rice, Chase Brown, ETN. I think it's in the advantage of the Rice, Chase Brown, ETN side once Rice returns, if ETN is still in the lineup. And that's a lot of assumptions being made. 39-month membership from my boy Blackbeard, who said, hit that like button, Graveyard Crew. Thank you, Blackbeard. Appreciate you. 39 months. Wow. So let's say ETN doesn't start like later on. So you got Chase Brown and Rice, who's a top 5 wide receiver, against Judkins and Hampton. I think it's pretty even if Chase Brown returns to form. But you not only have 2 things, and that's if ETN falls to the wayside, but you have 2 things that could go wrong there, 2 things that could go right. There's a lot of value on that other side. I like Hampton and I like Judkins, but I think I take the trio and then I'm trying to flip ETN. Now, if you can't use all 3 of the RBs based on your lineup, then I understand why you consolidate. But I do think you got a lot of value there. And you're also losing Rice, who's a top 5 to 7 wide receiver upon his return. Rank Tootin, Hunter, likely drop 1 for Fields or Dak, or go Dak. I'd probably go Fields this week over Dak, but I still do like Dak. And if I'm dropping somebody, it's probably going to be likely, unfortunately. And maybe he's got a slow week back and nobody's like running to race to get him. But I don't know. It's kind of a tough spot to be in. What do you think of this trade, Jug? Oh, I just did that one. Thank you very much for the super chat. And then I was offered London and Hampton for my Keenan Allen. Jacobs hit accept. London and Hampton by a country mile. I think I might have even already read that one. Thank you very much for the super chat. This one here, 0-3 because of Penix and Rice suspension. Team Gino, Bucky, Javante, Etienne, Tootin, Buka, London. Who's that? Fannin? Tannen? Biff Tannen? Is that Biff? Or is that Fannin? Bench, Rice, Hendy, Jennings, Sharps, Ollie. Where do I upgrade? Probably going to upgrade. Honestly, I think your team is really, really built well. And I don't know that you have a lot to move. Go to the Walker owner, dangle Sharps over their head. You might have already done this and had not had good success, but maybe you try it again. But Sharps over that, dangle it over the head of the Walker owner and try to upgrade Hendy now or hold Hendy. Try to upgrade Rice into somebody now or hold Rice. And that would be, a player like JJ, for example. Sharps and Rice and maybe a Biff Tannen for JJ. JJ might have a really bad game in Ireland. And then all of a sudden you can do that right when the game's at halftime. And then you go through next week. Like, keep that in mind to be on your toes about that if JJ struggles all game, because it's possible he does. He hasn't been a top 15 wide receiver all year yet. So there's a chance. And then past that, it's like, you're trying to upgrade using Sharps to that owner, Javante slightly, London slightly, or you're just waiting until Rice, Hendy, Sharps gain value. So honestly, I like this team a lot. You shouldn't be 0-3. Upgrade your quarterback, obviously. So Gino, I mean, that's Penix and Rice suspension. Okay. Gino, see if Dak got cut. See if Stafford's out there on waivers. And then if not, I almost trust Gino's not. He's safe this week. Safe. Not great, but safe. Penix Jr. is high risk, high reward. I almost wonder if Penix Jr. is going to bounce back this week on a terror, or just completely we're all going to write him off after this week. It's hard to say how that's going to go. Two $20 haulers from G Money and from James. Appreciate you. Then Jay with a $20 hauler as well. Appreciate all of you gentlemen dropping the 20 wads on screen. Thank you very much.
Super chat alert.
Jay says trade K9 Genty BTJ for Neighbors and ETN. Have Mahomes K9. Trade K9 Genty BTJ. I'd take Neighbors and ETN. I try and get Tootin, whatever you can do, but that's a great trade, especially for your team. And there's risk with K9 and ETN, almost equal risk. 756 of you in here from YouTube. Please hit that thumb up button. Subscribe if you're new. You found your new home. $20 hauler from James Smitty. No one is biting on my Lamb, Rice, and Evans offers. I'm hurting so bad at wide receiver right now. Who am I starting in my wide receiver to? Addison, Kirk, or Diggs? Definitely Addison, bro. And that you might not be hurting as bad as you think. Addison's a pretty good play. And just keep fighting the good fight. And you heard me talk about Lamb on this show, right? I just talked about him. Do not trade Lamb too cheaply. I have a feeling there's a chance, not a guarantee, but he comes back way sooner than we think. And you'll be so mad if you trade him low, just getting desperate. Don't get desperate. Just traded away Josh Allen and Chase Brown for Mahomes, Judkins, and Rice. I don't like that, bro. I love it.
You've just been Smitty.
That's fantastic, G-Money. Because the way I look at it is once Mahomes gets Rice back and you got them both, Mahomes is going to be scoring a lot higher. Right now, he gets Worthy back, probably a decoy of sorts. Maybe some plays he'll work some quick stuff out of bounds. But Judkins is really, really good, and I think he's better than Chase Brown right now, even though I do not panic on Chase Brown the way that people are. Like this team so far, fantastic job. Any trades I would make would probably revolve around waiting for Harvey or Tootin, or trading Benson early to upgrade, let's say, Hunter, or to, I don't know if I want to get rid of Rice after you just got him, but maybe you're able to trade, let's say, Yeah, I don't know, bro. You'd have to be a really unique trade where you're trading like Harvey or Tootin, and you're trading Tootin to that ETN owner, and you're able to upgrade Benson somehow, like Benson and Tootin, and it's just a unique situation. I don't think I'm moving the wide receivers. No one's going to trade for Hunter, and I love your 3 wide receivers. So you're in stand-down mode unless those backups can, like Harvey and Tootin, can earn you something 1-for-1. I think Ladd would be a good 1-for-1 for one of those backups now. Ranked rest of season: Kelsey, Ingram, Fannin, Pitts, Gadsden. Probably going to go Fannin, Pitts, Gadsden, or Gadsden. And Ingram's a wild card. I think Ingram could climb to the top spot, but until we see it, we can't trust him. He's playing this week. But Fannin, Pitts, Gadsden, Fannin, Gadsden, Pitts in terms of upside. I think Gadsden's going to be a real nice potential gem for people. Start 2 PPR: Golden, Pearsall, Henderson, Judkins. Judkins shouldn't even be in this question. He's a lock. And then your second player, Pearsall for safety in PPR, and Henderson if it's half PPR or non-PPR. Honestly, I'd probably go Pearsall for safety, but Henderson for high upside, even in PPR. You know, if you want upside, I'm swinging with Hendy, but if you just want safety, you know, put in the wide receiver in PPR. But Love or Knicks. Love's playing Dallas, bro, who just made Caleb Williams look good. So Gino or DJ, put in Indiana Jones. He's doing it live. And until the ride ends, you're just riding that Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland all day long, twice. Just getting on it over and over and over until it breaks down. It does always break down, though. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Which 2.5 PPR: London, Pickens, Ibuka, Flowers? Why is Ibuka in this question, Michael? Why are you asking me, should you start Ibuka? You're making, this is a bad look. This is a bad look. The question he meant to write, guys, is pick one to go with Book. Probably going to say that Pickens is maybe the safest player for me out of this, but I'd probably say high risk, high reward. I go London. I just do. I can't quit London. I just can't quit him yet. Rank rest of season: Kelsey, already did that one. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Tet or Golden this week? I'm going to go Tet. You can't sit Tet. If Tet was going to be limited, like if we get word that he's going to be on a snap count tomorrow, we got to switch it up because Golden has a great matchup. I want to see you in here later going, I should have started Golden. I knew it. You didn't know it and you do it. Okay, so Golden's got a great matchup, but Superflex, need 2 QBs: Dak, Lawrence, Dart, Cam Ward. Go Dak and I go Dart. I roll the dice on Dart. It's a tough call. I got another Zerb. Come on, bro. Bench 1, Keenan Allen, Sutton, Ibuka. Why we have Ibuka in this question? Why do we have Ibuka in this question, please? Why? You guys trying to raise my blood pressure? Probably sit Keenan Allen. Baker or May. I'm going to go Baker Mayfield myself. Start J-Mo or Javonte. I go Javonte, but always tough. Very close call. Debo or BTJ. I'm going BTJ without JD5 and pick 2. Let's sit. I'm going to go Daniel Jones and, well, I would go Fields and Caleb if you want to go high risk, high reward. Caleb's high risk. You can think he's not because he played well against the worst defense in the league last week. Or so high risk, high reward. You want safety, go Daniel Jones and Fields. That's definitely the safer play. We got a blank $20 hauler from Scott. Scott, thank you for the 20. You forgot the question, though, Scott.
Alert. Super chat alert.
I don't have anything in front of me right now but the super chat. So if you have another question, you can even drop like a $1.99 one and put it in there in the question, or I'll go look for it after. 12 PPR, Superflex, Hendy or Ward. Probably going... chat, vote on this one. Hendy or Ward? Hendy or Ward? Brendo, appreciate you. We're doing Higgins or Debo. Probably Higgins this week. I don't trust Debo without JD5. Hunt, Downs, Harvey. Guys, vote on that one. Debo or Higgins? Because, I mean, do you trust Higgins anymore with Browning? I think I do, but Hunt, Downs, Harvey, Hollywood, Brown, Flex 1. With this one, bro, probably go... I guess I go Harvey on high risk play, Hollywood safe, but is Hollywood, his upside is so low. But I would say Hollywood for safe, Harvey, high risk, high reward, depending on if you're like expected to lose and you need to swing. Start, sit, Achan, Scatterboo, Genty, Judkins, Hendy. I don't know what you're asking me to do here. There's no parameters here. I mean, are you sitting Achan? No, of course you aren't. Judkins is your number 2 if I'm ranking these guys. Your number 3, probably Scatterboo for safety. Genty is your third over Scat if you want high upside, high risk. But I don't know what you didn't really put any parameters in there. But hopefully that helps you. I rank them that way. If you're going to trade JT and offering Mason, if you're going to trade for JT and offering Mason, Hall, Kyron, who would you rather keep out of the 2? I'd rather keep Kyron. My other running back is Harvey, Genty. Yeah, definitely, and that'd be solid. Ryan, appreciate you. Travis Hunter or Kirk? I'd go Travis Hunter over this. Hate to jump off the Travis Hunter ship. Yeah, but what are you gonna do though? Over Kirk? You know, if you had like a Keenan Allen, I could understand. But what are we doing? Pick one, flex and defense. I'm gonna go probably JCM. I hate to do that to Harvey right now. I do think Harvey there's a chance, but it's always a chance and it doesn't happen. But JCM scored last week. He's healthy. I don't know. It's hard to say. Chargers or Broncos? I go Chargers. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Worthy, Jamo, Kyron Dobbins, Kyron, Pearsall, Sutton. I mean, start your studs, bro. That question is you overthinking everything. Do I accept my Gibbs and Garrett Wilson for BTJ and Bijan? Yeah, I probably would. But if BTJ bounces back, this will become even, which is, okay. That's okay if that happens. You're not losing anything. Need 3, Chase Brown, Genty, London, Hendy, Ladd, Pickens. You're going to go Chase Brown, Genty, London, I think. You want to sit Chase Brown for safety, go Pickens. Pickens is probably a tad bit safer. Should I trade CMC for Henry straight up? No, you should not. You should get Henry and at least a Ladd McConkey, Henry and a Hendy, Henry and a Judkins. You could get a lot more, bro. So absolutely not. I don't know what you're doing there with that. Should I trade? Yeah, you can get more, bro. You're literally selling. Like, why are you selling a guy that has number 1, number 2, number 3 overall value to people for a guy that's slumping and people are trying to get rid of? Like, do you understand? You're trading for a lower player. Like, what are you doing? I mean, I'm okay if you get another player, but what's a running back to target? I'm using Garrett Wilson. Hampton, Judkins would be the top 2, bro. Sit a wide receiver. Chase Brown's in the mix too, but you want to get something else. Sit a wide receiver. Chase Adunze, London, or Ibuka. I don't know, bro. Probably London because he hasn't delivered. I guess, but you got to make a trade. Like, it's an impossible question. You're going to get it wrong 9 times out of 10. We're all going to get it wrong 9 times out of 10. PPR start 2, Chase Brown, Brees, Olave, sit Olave, start Debo or Hendy. PPR bench 1, Allen, Sutton, and Buka. So probably Keenan Allen, Baker or May. I think I answered this one, Baker. Thank you for the super chat. This one here, Allen, bench. Thinking of goal. Okay, so sit Golden, Tootin, or JCM. I want to probably sit JCM because Golden has an amazing matchup. Unlucky, but not worried. I mean, Golden's got a good matchup. Golden's safer than JCM right now. However, if you got a gut instinct about JCM, put him in. It's hard to say. If he gets the carries, he's going to go crazy. It's just they haven't been feeding him. Traded Chase Brown, Pollard, Sutton for Benson, Harvey, Quentin Johnston. I wouldn't have done that. I like Chase Brown as much as Benson, if not a little bit more still. And Sutton is better than everything on the other side, practically. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. Currently starting. I'm sorry I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I just don't like it. I could get Henry for Pollard, Pittman, and Mixon. Well, you probably should do that. I have CMC. Doesn't matter what you have. I don't care what you have. Go do the trade, and then you got more firepower to trade Henry for a top wide receiver, or just use him. Worthy, Jamo. Worthy's going to be decoy-esque. Kyron or Dobbins. Why would you sit Kyron? And Pearsall, Sutton. Give me Sutton over Pearsall, but that one's really close. I mean, you start your studs, man. 12 Team PPR, Super Flex, Hendy or Ward Hendy. I think I answered that one already. Appreciate you. This one here, traded Buka for Rice starting next week. I'm 3-0. I wouldn't have done that. I mean, look, you're trading. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Wave, I love Rice, but Buka is already there. And Rice is missing time still. Obviously, 3 more weeks. You said you do it after this week. That's still 2 more weeks. Buka could get you Rice and something. He could get you Rice and a Judkins, or Rice and a Benson, or Rice and a, something. So I it's not that it can't work out for you, bro, but I would not have done that straight up. You could have gotten more. Start Goff or Mariota. I'm going Goff. Flex 1 of BTJ, Debo, Hendy. I'd probably go BTJ for high risk, high reward. I honestly would just go. I would just go BTJ. I hate sitting him. I can't sit him. Start Jaylen Warren versus Minnesota or Ricky Parasol versus Jacksonville. I think you start Ricky, given that Warren's banged up, bro. Rate my team after the trade: Josh Allen, Saquon, Bucky, Jaylen Warren, Swift. Trade Warren, Swift, Benson. Trade Warren, Swift, maybe Benson. London, Adams, Myers, Adunze. Love the team. Waddle, J-Mo, Myers. I like Adams, but I'm tempted. Benson, consolidate. Go get JJ. Go get a wide receiver. Go get a top 4 or 5 wide receiver using all the players not named Josh Allen, Saquon, Bucky, London. I try and keep Adunze. But London, Adams, and Adunze is fine. I'm only consolidating Benson, Waddle, Benson, J-Mo, Benson, maybe Adunze, Benson, maybe Adams. Probably keep London, actually, for a JJ. Or London and Benson for JJ, something like that. I forget what you even traded at this point. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. 199 holler from Mike. Mike, it's blank. I'm sorry. I wish there was a message here for you. I appreciate you dropping it. 499 start 2. Romeo Dobbs on waivers. I have A.O. Manor. Perry, you're typing some weird, wild stuff here. Addo Manor, and try Tucker. Who should I drop those 2 and start Kyron or Mason? Start Kyron, but you need to start both or trade one of them. And I guess A.O. Manor's the guy, just plain and simple. I don't care about Dobbs. Start 2, it would be A.O. Manor and probably, I like Dobbs' matchup, but probably, I guess, Tucker. Dobbs or Tucker, either way, bro. Debo or Mason. Mason, because Debo doesn't have JD5. 0-2 and 1, but got offered my Genti for Lamb. I would probably take a Lamb. Tough one for you, Smitty, Hampton or Agbuka rest of season. Pretty even, Steven, bro. Especially cross position like that. It's dead even. Full PPR, Debo, Terry out, Pittman, Worthy, Ricky. Probably going to say Ricky Parasol for safety without JD5. JCM or Wicks. I'd probably say JCM, but that means Wicks. Not because I'm getting it wrong, but because this team does not. They just refuse to use JCM. I don't know. Hopefully that changes this week, but I'd probably go JCM if that's me. Sit 1, Chase, Collins, or Buka. Bro, this is your own fault. I'm not answering this question. I'm not sitting one of top. You have 3 top 7 or 8 wide receivers. No. Who on earth do you have? You got someone else that's starting? I'm not answering this question. I'm sorry. This is your own fault. You need to make a trade. You can't sit one of these guys. It's an impossible question. CMC and Rome for Neighbors and Nico. No, because bro, you're trying to trade CMC for Neighbors. I mean, give up someone smaller than Rome. I don't like this trade because Rome is playing out of his mind. I want you to trade CMC for 2 players. And if you're throwing somebody in, it has to be like a smaller player, not a guy that's playing at like a top 10 level. Detroit with a $20 hauler. Appreciate you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Detroit, thank you for the super chat. 3-0 in a 12-man redraft. Got JD5, Mariota, Cook, Walker, Sharps, St. Brown, Debo, Agbuka, Jawan. Bench, London, Hunter, Trey Tucker, JCM, IRA spots. Traded St. Brown and Debo for Bijan and Rice. Love it. It's a home run trade. I mean, you throw Bijan and Rice into this lineup, and it's just It's fantastic. It's fantastic. There's nothing else to wait on. You just wait on it unless you're trading Walker and Sharps together, or keep Sharps preferably and trade Walker away. But what do you trade? Like London and Walker for JJ? London and Walker for Lamb right now, and you wait on Lamb? Did you have Lamb? Yeah, those are the tickets right there. Do you have Rice? You don't have Rice. Rice or Lamb? Oh, you just got Rice. That's right. You just got Rice. It's amazing. Go get Lamb now. Go get Lamb doing something like that with the Walker in London for Lamb. It's an unbelievable team. Jeez, you just got Rice. Rice is going to be a top 5 to 7 wide receiver. Start 2, Coleman, Hendy, Ridley, Tolbert. I'm starting probably Hendy and Coleman, although reluctantly starting Coleman. But he could go off at any moment. Start 2, bench 1. I'd probably bench Waddle. Bench Waddle. Sit 1 PPR, Chase Brown, Hendy, Kraft, Warren. I assume that is Tyler Warren. So I'm going to probably sit Kraft. If it's Jalen Warren, sit Jalen Warren. Trade Olave, trade Olave forever, lad. You want Olave. I'm sorry, lad. Sorry, lad. All day long, lad. I don't trust Olave. Chase Brown or Judkins rest of season. Judkins by quite a bit. Who do I start, BTJ or Jamar Chase? Jamar Chase. You can't say Jamar Chase, but I love BTJ in some context. Yo, Worthy, Devontae Smith, JMO, Judkins, start 1. Why would you not start Judkins? Judkins is an easy play here, bro. Fantastic job having these options, but make some trades, but Judkins is your starter. Fields or May, Pearsall or Debo. Pearsall, and then Fields for high upside, high reward, and then May for safety because May is playing at a great level right now. Olave for DJ Moore and Shakir or Harvey. I would trade Olave for DJ Moore and Harvey. Definitely. I want Harvey. I like Harvey a lot. Benson and Olave for BTJ. I would take BTJ, honestly. I think it's worth the risk. May, Pearsall, or Debo. Pearsall or Debo. So I said Pearsall, and then, yeah. Okay. This one here, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Appreciate you very much. BTJ, Lad, Ted, Pearsall. I'd probably say BTJ and Ted are your safest in PPR. But I could get behind. Yeah, I don't know. Chat, are we in agreement there? We don't put Chase Brown in over Ted, right? It's Ted. I mean, Pearsall is hurt too. Like, I think he probably plays the whole game, but just the fact that he's questionable but expected to play concerns me a little bit. So I know Ted was banged up too, but Ted and BTJ for me. It's a tough call though. You probably need to make a trade. Some of you guys need to make a trade. Can't be putting yourself through this every week. Traded JSN and ETN. Traded JSN and ETN Judkins for Lamb, Lad, Henry. Also Bo. Traded JSN, ETN, and Judkins for Lamb, Lad, Henry. Okay, I like that. I'd hold. You got to let all that play out, bro. You got a lot of players that need to increase their value, but that's a mouthful. I'd see how that settles. It'd be hard to pull something off last second anyway, but I'll probably hold that. It's pretty nice looking. I'd like to see how that looks at the end of the week. 1 QB, 2 wide receivers, 2 fly. Okay. Trade MHJ and Allen for Genty. Keenan Allen? Yeah. I take the gamble on Genty, to be honest. It's not for everybody, but I would. May, Nico, London, Terry for Lamar, Keenan, and Jamar Chase. May, Nico, London, Terry. Yeah, I'd take the Chase and Lamar and Keenan Allen side. 0-3. Yeah, definitely. I have Doomsday Downs. Yeah, spinning wheels. That's great. It's a good trade. It's you're 3-0. You can afford to do these things. Go get Rice as well. Have PPR, Lamar, Gibbs, Judkins, Pacheco. Would you trade Gibbs and Olave for Brees and Nico? I'm going to say no, but I understand where you're at with this. I try and sell Olave high. I do. But, I mean, you got London, Buka. You got London and Buka, and then you got Gibbs and Judkins. I don't know that you need to be diluting this up. I think your team is good the way it is. I wouldn't touch it, at least in that form. Smitty Pitts is on my league waiver wire. I have Fannin, A.O. Manor, JCM, Gordon, Harvey, Hunter on my bench. Do I drop someone? Probably not. Not that because you have Fannin, I'm fine with it. And it sounds like there's going to be plentiful amount of tight ends there for you if you ever need to grab one. London for Genty. I'd take a gamble on Genty. Absolutely. It's an easy call in your situation. Mooney, start one. Mooney, I don't know who the hell that second one is. 11. Mooney, 11. 11 Tar. What is that? Tolbert, 6. What are we doing here? Oh, okay. Just Mooney, you just copied. Okay. Mooney, Tolbert, Wicks, and Burden, and Harvey. The targets from last week. Okay. I'm like, what are we doing? What's this Tar thing going on here? Okay. Until I got to the end of your message. Mooney, Tolbert, Wicks, Burden, Harvey. I'd probably say Mooney is the safest, and then Burden's the second safest as of right now. In that order. If you need one, then there you go. If you need two, there you go. Start one running back, ETN, Chase, or Hendo. Probably ETN until further notice. He's just the safest play. And this one right here, Settlers, appreciate you, Dynasty 2 QB. My bench is Justin, Jarquez Hunter, Bigsby, Palmer. Should I swap out any and have 3 QBs now? DeMarcado and Gabriel on waivers. No. I mean, DeMarcado over McNichols, Gabriel over Palmer. Sure. I mean, either you could do both of those, but there's nothing there. I mean, maybe Dylan Gabriel because it's super flex, but not DeMarcado is not a long-term answer by any means. So I'm not worried about that. Pick one. Waddle, Pittman, Worthy, Debo. I'm going to go probably with Debo in this situation. I don't love him this week, but also I'm not sitting him there. Danny or Fields. I'm going to go Danny Dimes for safety. Fields for high risk, high reward. Warren with the Pittman at the flex. I mean, you could hedge your bets there and just go Fields just to make sure. But Danny's not bad. If Danny has a bad game, though, hedging your bets sometimes is better. Fields is probably the play I would make, but I don't know. Chat, Fields or Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones he can be good fantasy wise, but he's also just like winning. You know what I mean? It's not like he's a guaranteed fantasy football monster, but he could have a big fantasy game at any moment. I think Fields is just better. Fields or Knicks? I go Fields in this situation as well, but it's close. Sit one, London or Judkins. You're not sitting Judkins. No one is trading. I get it, but I'm not sitting Judkins. Not until London proves himself. Peeps need to proofread super chats before hitting send. Thank you for the super chat. Start one, Kyron, Judkins, or Scat. I'm starting probably Kyron here, but you need to make some trades because Judkins is a must play. Flex Fannin, JCM, Harvey, or Hunter. Probably going to go Harvey for high risk, high reward, and JCM for a little bit of safety, even though it's not really safe. It's like, will they use him? Rice and Josh Allen for Mahomes and Lamb. Geez, man. I mean, I suppose. Oh my God. I probably would say Josh Allen and Rice by a hair, just because you're going to get production now from Josh Allen and get Rice back potentially 1 week earlier. So, Williams, Lawrence, Dart, Losborough, Igbuka, Rice, Debo, Henry, Devontae Smith, Hampton, Genty. Love the team. Tyler Warren, any moves? Probably not. No. Devontae Smith, if you can, to let's say upgrade. I think that's J-Mo Williams, right? So J-Mo Williams. So Devontae Smith and J-Mo. Devontae Smith, J-Mo, either one with Genty to get into Achan or, something like that. Derek, get into. Oh, you got Derrick Henry already. Damn, it's a good team, man. I think I'm fine with this team. I like this team a lot. Devontae Smith to upgrade your quarterback slightly. Able to upgrade your quarterback slightly. Start Hampton or Mason. I can't sit Hampton, but I love Mason. Mason's almost a must start as well, but Hampton's even bigger must start. And then this one here, Penix Jr., T-Law, Purdy. Start 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. So Kyron and I would say Genty. And your 2 wide receivers are going to be Egbuka and London. And then your flex, if you got to play another one, will be Brees, in my opinion. I started JSN in the flex. Well, it was a good move. You had to start JSN in the flex. But, man. Genty, Tet, Ricky Parasol. Genty for me. Start Devontae Smith or DJ Moore. I'm going probably DJ Moore, I suppose. But Pittman over Brown until you see more. Depends on what Brown are we talking about? I mean, you got to clarify on that one. Fields or Herbert? I would say Herbert. But anything can happen. Trust your gut on that one. Knicks or Drake May? May's safer. He's number 7. Buka over Garrett Wilson. Why would you ever sit Buka? Just asking for a friend. I'm asking for 831 friends in the building right here. Superflex spot. Play Penix or Worthy? Penix, not even a question. BTJ or Adams this week. Adams is playing ball, bro. I like BTJ, but he has yet to play ball, so we're waiting on it. JCM or Fannin. Trust your gut, Scotty, because if BTJ decides to rebound, he could play ball. JCM or Fannin. Probably Fannin for safety. JCM, high risk, high reward. Can we drop Travis Hunter yet? No. I mean, did people drop Bucky Irving last year when he didn't do anything till week 10? How bad was that? How bad of a move was that? Did people drop Chase Brown last year before week 4 played out? Because he did nothing in weeks 1, 2, and 3. How bad of a move was it to drop Chase Brown last year after week 3, heading into week 4? Pretty bad, huh? How bad was it to drop Jahmyr Gibbs after weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Do you know that Jahmyr Gibbs was worse than Travis Hunter was his rookie year through 6 weeks? Start 1, Purdy, Penix Jr., T-Law. I'm going to go Penix Jr. here for high risk, high reward. But that's me. I'm crazy, bro. Did I trade my Genty for Benson and Bowers? Absolutely. Blue says I can confirm it was bad. Which one? Which one did you cut? Was it Chase Brown? Are you dropping Harvey yet? Everything I just said about Bucky, was it good to drop Bucky before week 10? Was it good to drop Chase Brown after 3 weeks of football? Why on earth would you drop Harvey when he could be a league winner? You just don't know when. You just don't know when. I mean, how mad would you be if you dropped Harvey and he goes nuts week 7? you dropped him to the bench, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on. Have more patience and discipline than that. Have more discipline than that. Devontae Smith, Hendy, Addison. Who are we rolling with? Probably, if it's me, I'm going to go Hendy there. I'm going to go with the starter. He's not the starter yet. Oh, really? Braylon Allen, Tootin, or Jennings for flex. Jennings is limited. So Tootin all the way. Easy call. Not even close. This one here from Robert. Robert, appreciate you. Who should I start this week? Any trades? I mean, you're starting Fields if you want high risk, high reward. You're starting May if you want safety. You're starting Jacobs, Mason, Chase, Jamar Chase, London, Buka, Kyle Pitts, and then your bench. I mean, Judkins. What's Judkins doing? Put Judkins in over Mason. I'm starting Judkins over Mason. Hampton. What's Hampton doing on your bench? Come on, man. Come on. Who should you start? How about all your bench players? Like, what are you doing sitting on this team? Trade Jacobs and Mason and Buka for the number 1 overall wide receiver. Like, do something weird. But, like, who are you supposed to start, Robert? I don't know. You're going to have to flip a coin. Judkins and Hampton on your bench? Jacobs or Mason on your bench? I don't know what you're doing, bro. I know Jacobs has to start because of the matchup, but you're probably sitting Mason. You're not sitting Buka. You're not sitting London because he's a receiver. But I'm probably putting Hampton and Judkins in. How the hell do I do that? I can't because you got to make a trade. What in the hell are you doing? For right now, the only thing I can tell you is get Hampton in there for Mason, I guess. Past that, you're stuck. Make some trade. You got to make some trades of drop Wicks or Blue. Probably drop Wicks, although he could have a good game this week for sure. Definitely could have a good day in this. Got Bijan, Cook, JCM, Marks, Warren, AJ Brown, Flowers, Coleman, likely Warren. Got offered Jalen Warren for Pickens and Olave. I'd rather have Pickens alone over Warren and Olave and Chubb. What is this? Hold on. Got offered Warren for Pickens. Okay, so Pickens. Like Pickens more. Olave and Chubb for JMO. Give me JMO. Sorry, the way you wrote that was confusing, but there you go. Appreciate you. Sit Keenan Allen, Jacoby Myers, Sutton, or London. Probably Jacoby Myers. I'm not saying he can't do well, but that's who you're sitting. Pick 2, JMO, Golden, or Henderson. I'm going Henderson and JMO, but Golden's a really nice play. If your gut screams Golden over JMO or JMO over Golden, make that call. You know, you could go with the 2 receivers in full PPR if you wanted. It's probably maybe the safest move, but I'm going to go Hendy and one of the wide receivers. Start Fannin or Laporta. I'm probably going to start Laporta for safety, Fannin for high-risk, high-reward play. Kyron, Genty, Judkins, then have Igbuka and Sutton or one of the running backs for the flex. So Kyron, Genty, Judkins, and then have Igbuka and Sutton or one of the running backs for the flex. I guess I would just say, okay, I don't know what you're asking here. Kyron, Genty, Judkins, then have Igbuka and Sutton or what? You're not really asking a question here. It's like a fragmented question. I guess I would say that Igbuka and Sutton are your receivers, and then you're starting 2 running backs. Kyron and Judkins are your running backs. Genty's your flex. And would I start Genty over Sutton? If that's what you're asking, I'd probably say Sutton's safer, but Genty's higher risk, higher reward. But it is definitely between those two if you're narrowing it down. But you gotta have to rewrite that because that didn't make sense. Kyron, Genty, Judkins, then I don't know. All right. Scotty Deuce says Golden or Hendy. Golden might be a pretty damn good play, but I'm going Hendy, bro. Mahomes or Herbert. Herbert safer, Mahomes higher risk, higher reward. There's no real answer with either of those questions. It comes down to the risk level that you need. The swing or not. $20 hauler from Lon. Lon, appreciate you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Lon, 14-team league, 2-1. Got BTJ from trading Pollard. Should I make any moves? So nice trade. Running backs are Breece Hall. You got Rice. You got Judkins. I like that. BTJ. Barkley, Chuba. I would definitely trade Quentin Johnston on the high right now. Maybe Chuba Hubbard and Quentin Johnston for one player. I'm swinging for JJ if I can. I'm moving Chuba out of the trade offer and putting Breece Hall if that gets it done. T. Higgins and Breece. T. Higgins and Chuba. T. Higgins, Chuba, and Quentin Johnston. Charbonnet over the Walker owners. Dangle over the Walker owners' head in a deal similar to upgrade. Just go get one bigger monster. Love the team. You make one more move like that, and this is like a 8.5 out of 10 type of team. Trade my Keenan Allen and Jacobs for Flowers and a Dunze. I'm going to take Flowers and a Dunze, but it's close. It's not like a lambasting. Keenan Allen or Pickens. I go Pickens personally, but it's really close. Trust your gut, please, because that's super close. Start 3 wide receivers. Benches Kamara and Johnston. Bench Kamara and start Johnston. No. Hall, HN Hall, and Kamara. Nico, Quentin Johnston, and Pickens. Start 3 wide receivers. Nico, Quentin Johnston. You're not being clear either. You're just assuming I know what you're saying here. I don't speak this language. HN Hall, Kamara, Nico, Johnston, and Pickens. Start 3 wide receivers. Well, you just listed 3. I don't know. If you're trying to tell me that Kamara or Johnson, you could ask that question just for future reference. Kamara or Johnson, I'm picking Kamara. I think that's what you're asking. Man, yeah, no one's proofreading anything tonight. It's just full sending the super chat. Here it is. I'm going to hit the... Just traded away H.N. Terry and JCM for Dobbins, Quentin Johnson, and Rice. Seems pretty even 16-man league. I don't know, bro. I love Rice. I love Rice. But you have 3 weeks without him. I think you got taken on this trade a little bit. H.N.'s the better player. I wouldn't have made that trade. But at the end of the day, if you come out of the 3 weeks of suspension okay, unscathed, maybe you're going to be okay. Maybe it'll be even Steven at that point. But you got a lot of points you're going to lose in the meantime. And if H.N. went down, you'd be obviously okay. But you can't look at it like that. Had Javonte sitting on the bench, got AJ for him. Nice job. That's a great trade. King, appreciate you for the super chat, young man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Trevor, appreciate your super chat as well here. Who to flex, Shakir, Addison, Pacheco, or Franklin? I'm going to go Addison, but it's close. I mean, you talk about like a guy like Franklin and anything can happen. Start to Hendy, Waddle, Devontae Smith. I'm going to go Hendy and Devontae Smith. Waddle over Devontae Smith is preference, though. So trust your gut on that one. Total preference. 0-3 trade Genty for Rice. I would rather have Rice in a vacuum if I'm 3-0, etc. But you can't afford to do that. You can't afford. That's not a trade that an 0-3 team can make. You're just taking L after L at that point. So absolutely not. But I like Rice. If you were to get like another piece like Ladd that could step in and suffice while you're waiting, then yeah, traded Hall and Devontae Smith. I think you said this a lot. Trained. I think it's like the second time you wrote this. Trained Hall and D. Smith for Ladd and Hendy. Hall and D. Smith for Ladd and Hendy. Give me Ladd and Hendy, but it's close, bro. Is Ramondre worth having after fumbles? It depends on the player, bro. I mean, if you give me an example, I could have said yes or no, but in general, no. But depends. Need a kicker, drop Fannin or Spears? I drop Spears. Need to start one wide receiver, one flex. I go A.O. Manor and Henderson for me, but pretty darn close. King, appreciate you, Smitty. Do I need to make a trade? Wide receivers of London, Buka, JSN, Debo, BTJ. Got a lot of wide receivers. And Rice, damn, man. Genty, Kyron, Brees. I would just be trying to move Genty or Brees up a tier by Debo, BTJ. Maybe London if it's the right price. You know, you might even get a 2 for 2. Like if you were to trade, or if you dangle Charbonnet over the Walker owner's head and you trade London for a JJ. Or if you were to trade, let's say, Tootin over the ETN owner's head, and then you do the same thing. Past that, Jamar Chase even. Lamb. I'd take Lamb. I'd take Lamb for maybe try not to do London. Maybe Debo or BTJ with that player, Tootin or Walker or Tootin or Sharps to that Walker or ETN owner to get Lamb. But Lamb would be a great piece for you, bro. Any trade ideas for my team? And my last super chat. Maddie, I'll go looking in a second. You got to put it in each super chat, my boy, because then it takes forever for me to go back and get it. So if you ask it in that super chat. Braylon Allen, Tootin or Jennings for flex. I'm going to have to say Tootin. Rock Out says drop Wicks for blue. Already answered that one. I don't know which one. I'd say Wicks for this week. Start 3, Keenan Allen, Sutton, Genty, Scat. I'm going to start, I guess Keenan Allen, Sutton, and Scat are safest, but I would probably sit Keenan Allen for Genty if you're a high risk, high reward type of baller this week. London, Pickens, or BTJ must-win matchup. Boca is 1. Maddie, I'm trying to find your message after I get through these. I can't get out of the screen, so that's why you got to put it in the actual. Every super chat should be standalone, no matter what, because then I got to get out of here, and it's going to take forever for you to get your answer. So just letting you know, I'll get to it as soon as I can, Maddie. London, Pickens, or BTJ must-win matchup. Boca is 1. London. You guys got it. No one even knows what they're typing anymore. London, Pickens, or BTJ must-win matchup. Boca is 1. It sounds like a Star Wars quote. I would say I would say London. Pickens is pretty. I think he's going to get a lot of targets. BTJ is volatile. London's volatile. I'd probably go with London here, but man, I don't know. Chat, can we vote London, BTJ, or Pickens, please? Just traded away H.N. Terry. Oh, I just read that one. Yeah. Sorry, Eli. I know that wasn't what you wanted to hear, bro. Pick 2 to start Olave, McConkey, or Quentin Johnson. I'm going McConkey and probably... Guys, Olave or Quentin Johnson, please vote on that one. I'm starting McConkey, though. I think McConkey is going to be really solid moving forward. Or if not this week, it will start happening. Trade J.K. and Harvey for Chase Brown. I would. Absolutely. I take the gamble on Chase Brown there. Need a kicker, drop Mondre, Hunter, Mixon, or Ollie. I'd probably drop Mondre or Mixon. Could he come back? I suppose. But Lions or Browns defense, I'd probably go with the Browns defense right now, I think. Overall, if Swift gets hurt, is Monangai to the moon? Maybe, but they could also trade for a player, bro. So not necessarily. 0-3, Puka, Sutton, Chase Brown, Javante. League doesn't trade a lot. I'm cooked, huh? Not really. Hubbard, this is a good group. ETN, you got a lot of ballers, bro. You got the Walker situation cuffed. I think, having the ETN Tootin cuffed. I'm still trying to make a trade. Lamb coming back, Evans injured. The injuries hurt you bad. But I guess I'm trying to get Rice from somebody using those running backs. Hubbard or ETN Walker or Javante or, Chase Brown. Any one of those players. I like Judkins right now on the cheap. I think in a league where no one trades, maybe no one knows how good Judkins could be. So I'm giving up potentially... Wide receiver is really what you need, though. 0-3. Lab McConkey. I go after Lab McConkey, man. I'm not saying I trade, one of those guys straight up. I go after BTJ or London who are doubted and playing badly. Those are your saving graces. Go get BTJ and London using some running backs. If I had to keep anybody, I would probably keep the ETN Tootin combo with Chase Brown. If I had to keep anything. Believe in the talent of Harvey. He's a rookie and will keep learning and growing. Kamara did nothing the first 3 games. Not sure, but Harvey to the moon. Kamara had 83 receptions his rookie year. Kamara was amazing. But look, I still think just like Chase Brown proved, like Gibbs proved, like Bucky proved, it doesn't always have to happen even in the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. It could take till week 12. It sucks, but it could. 0-3, 0.5, JD5, May, Genty, Hall, Worthy. Should I trade Genty for Benson and Bowers? Yes. I think I answered that one already or one very close to it. I'd take Benson and Bowers. That's a great trade. That's a really good trade. Maddie, let me see if I can find your team here. Maddie says any ideas for this team right here? Trade Genty for Rice. Okay, so for this team right here, I probably would say... Benson. I'm not saying I don't like Benson, but would I trade Benson? If so, you need a running back. I'd probably Benson and London, Benson and Worthy, Benson and Debo. You could go Hendy and Genty and go risky and then wait on Harvey. You could do that. Benson and Worthy for Lamb and wait for him. Benson and Worthy for Rice. You wait for him. You're 0-3. I know that sucks. It's bad advice for an 0-3 team, but can't help myself wanting to get... Okay. It'd have to be. Let's not go after Rice unless we're getting something. Can't help myself though. Let's try and get Rice and like a lad or something. That way your lad can suffice while you wait, and then Rice comes in and you tear it up down the stretch, bro. I've seen 0-6 teams win the championship like tons of times per year. Tons of, like, not rare. It's not even that rare. I see 0-6 teams win the championship all the time. I'm not saying I want you to be 0-6 by trading for Rice. I'm just wondering if you could do it 2-for-1, get Rice and a lad. But if not, I suppose it's still, London and Benson for a Henry and something could be an interesting move. Try that. Go get Chase Brown on the cheap in some 2-for-2 deal that gets you a slight upgrade somewhere else. I play JJ, so go Wentz to even out Mariota Geno. I mean, I'm not. I'm okay going Wentz over Geno and Mariota anyway. I think maybe Geno's safer, but don't stack in redraft. It doesn't unnecessarily. It doesn't get you any points. It doesn't help save you or any kind. Jennings limited versus Jacksonville or A.O. Manor. I mean, well, your question tells you what you need to do right in the question. You're going to play a limited Jennings over A.O. Manor, who we really, really like. I think that answers the question right there. Play A.O. Manor. Don't look back. Don't look back. Just traded Kamara Judkins for Henry. I'm stacked right now. Kamara Judkins for Henry. It could go either way, but I'd probably take Henry. I'd probably take the gamble. Just accepted a trade offer. My Chase Brown for Rice, who won. It could go either way, bro. I don't think anybody won that yet. I think Chase Brown's story is still to be told. Rashee Rice's story is still to be told. The Chase Brown owner gets 3 weeks of Chase Brown. You get nothing there. I don't know what you fill that in with. It could go 100 different ways. 100 different ways, my boy. But in general, I don't mind either side. I don't. I think it could work out. Which tight end should I start this week and which to drop? Probably dropping, I guess you drop Hawkinson or Fannin, pick your poison there, and then you're starting Kincaid out of the fact that he's been doing so well lately. But you're going to have to pick your poison on who you drop. There's pros and cons, man. Chase Brown or Pollard, full PPR need to win. I mean, anything can happen. Trust your gut. Everybody needs to win, Matthew. I mean, like, Smitty, this one's really important. All of them are important to me. I'm acting like my life's on the line every question. But I will go Chase Brown. I'm not sitting Chase Brown after 3 weeks of football, and especially when Browning didn't do anything. Now, Browning could struggle again, but I don't think he will. It's a tricky matchup he had to deal with last week. So I believe that they're going to be able to move the ball better, and I think Chase Brown is still a dog. And this narrative that Chase Brown is not a good football player out there in the industry is wildly mistaken and just lazy. Trade my Warren for Pickens. Jalen Warren, I assume? Yes, I would take Pickens. And Olave. Got Bijan Cook. Trade my JMO and Pacheco or Genti. Trade my JMO for Pacheco or Genti. Well, trade him for Genti, and the difference is like a $100 bill versus a dollar bill. So I don't know why you would even weigh one versus the other like that. Got AJB Flowers, Golden Coleman. Okay. So go get Genti. That's an easy call. Just traded Quentin Johnston for Scattaboo. Big W, bro. Not little W. Big W. Big W. Triple W. A.O. Manor and Golden on waivers. Drop Ingram and Hunter. I would keep Hunter. I would definitely go get A.O. Manor. Golden's a good play this week, but I could drop Ingram for one of them like A.O. Manor. Or Golden this week if you want to go Golden. They're both pretty good, but I'm not dropping Hunter yet. Dropping Hunter is dropping Hunter is very lazy as well. It's a very lazy fantasy football take. And people do it because they feels really fun to say. Like, drop Hunter. Or if a player does bad, like last year when Chase Brown did nothing in weeks 1, 2, and 3, and we have people here in week 3 coming into the live stream and going, I'm dropping Hunter for a ham sandwich. Watch me. It's like it's lazy. It's a real uneducated fantasy football way to look at things. And you laugh at that later on when these people come in here and say that, and you're like, bro, what are you doing, man? Kincaid or Njoku? Kincaid's playing great, bro. Warren's my running back 3. I don't know what this means. I don't know what that refers to. Start 1, T or Addison. I'm going to go probably, I guess I go Addison. Gadsden is definitely a good player. Start Fields or Love. I'm going to go Love against that defense, bro. They make Caleb look like he bounced back or something. It's an unbelievable matchup. Franklin, Tootin, Harvey, Tillman, Parker. Tootin and probably Franklin for safety. Tootin, Harvey for high risk, high reward. Depending on what you need. Do you need safety this week? Do you need a tough call? Tucker, A.O. Manor, standard. A.O. Manor for me. Not even tough. Do it live. Great show. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you. Might take Taj Brooks to get Chase Brown working hard. Chase Brown's working hard. It's not, again, that's no offense, Casey, but it's a lazy take. People, not your take, but the lazy take people are feeding all of you, that some of you are absorbing as if it's Chase Brown's fault. Chase Brown doesn't look good. He's not explosive. He has no explosive. Here's the lazy take from so many people. It's everyone. According to my reports and my data, my Excel sheet, Chase Brown is just been a product of having a good offense. He's not a real good football player. It's such a dumb, lazy take. And he doesn't need anything to motivate him. He needs his quarterback to move the football down the field. He needs carries that he can execute with and not get hit 3 yards in the backfield. That's what he needs. His offensive line needs to block. His defense is garbage and without key players, and nothing to do with him getting motivated by a rookie running back. Smitty, Jackson, Dart, or Geno. Dart is a higher risk, high reward play. Since the O-line is a problem. It's a big problem. But understand something, though. Browning can change that and make it play better if he can get the ball out and move the football down the field. Nothing fixes an offensive line better than a quick release and spreading the ball around. Nothing. You can have the worst offensive line in the league turn into a 15th rank out of 32 offensive line by a quick release. Look at Kurt Warner in Arizona when he went over to the Arizona Cardinals here in Arizona. Quick release, spread out attack, offensive line fixed. I mean, he still got hit, but the concussions are what took him out. But meaning the offensive line still produced. It's still produced. You could get to him once in a while. Of course, anybody can get hit. It's concussion prone. Scat or Chase Brown? I mean, right now, Scat. Scat, baby. The Scat Man.
Scat Man. What is that smell? Someone needs me. Help! Help! I'm going to lose my fantasy week. Somebody help! Call the Scat Man. I am Scat Man. Who needs my help? Wow. Bang, bang, boom. To the moon. Now it's time to go pick up your mother.
I want nothing more than to hit that Chase Brown and Hendy button Sunday evening. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's extra boost of confidence. Well, let me also say, though, Casey, what I said, though, wasn't that he's rebounding this week. I don't know if Chase Brown's rebounding this week. I'm just saying it's not Chase Brown that needs the kick in the rear end. But I can't guarantee that Chase Brown isn't getting tackled in the backfield like Genty over and over and over all year, and they injure him, or they give up on him in week 7 because they do think it's him when it's not him. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Chase Brown's a safe play this week. I'm just merely saying that it's not Chase Brown's fault, is all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it's your take. I'm ripping on the overall take that Chase Brown's not a good player and that everybody's trying to pretend like that's how they didn't say it. No one said that. No one said anything about that until right now. Now they're acting like there's an explanation for why they missed on Chase Brown, because everybody jumped on the Chase Brown bandwagon after we predicted it last year. And now everybody's trying to pretend like there's a reason why they got spoofed into telling everybody to draft Chase Brown like everybody did. Nobody knew Joe Burrow was going down. I mean, we should have predicted that, but it is what it is. Start Geno, Mariota, or Stafford. Give me Stafford, bro. He's got all the weapons. Play Pickens over Debo or Worthy absolutely this week, Reg, with the situation going on. 18-2 flex. Currently 1-2. Also, who should I drop for Sharps? I'd probably drop Wandell for Sharps, and I'd do that immediately. And start 2, Kyron, Johnston, Scat, Wandell, Hendy, Addison, Pollard, McConkey. Probably Scat and Kyron without much of a hesitation. Hendy would be the third person up if you could choose another. BRX, appreciate you. Smitty, been watching for some years. I think only donated once or 2 times because living in Hawaii ain't cheap out here, but always came to you for an opinion. I appreciate any super chats, thumbs up, spreading the word that you can provide, young man, whenever you're able and capable. No worries. Devar, appreciate you becoming a loyal member. Devar to the moon.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Addison over Higgins, maybe. Dice roll. All right. Denver aftermath. Let's see. Addison straight into the fire. Hopefully, mini throws. Mr. TD says maybe. I think Addison is going to have a decent game back. First game back. Do you try to trade for JJ? Of course. It depends on what you're doing, but definitely buy low. Although, this Ireland game, who knows what he does. Damn Ireland game, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I never told the Ireland people to take their earmuffs off. Smitty, are you starting Bo Nix or Drake May? We've had this question a couple times tonight. Drake May's safer. Oh, thank you, BRX. Appreciate you. Pittman or Pearsall? Pearsall for me. He's banged up, but I take the risk. All right, I'm going to take like 5 phone calls. So first 5 people in.
Call into the show.
Quick questions
call
only.
into the show.
Not doing full lineup evals or breakdowns. So if you ask me about your full team, you might get the boot immediately. So tread lightly on your question. Not be like, okay, Smitty, I won't tell you my whole team, but my running backs are, my wide receivers are, my quarterbacks are. 417, you're live as quickly as you can. Go.
Yo, Smitty, what are you doing about London or Pickens this week?
London or Pickens? Mute yourself real quick, caller. I'll be right with you. Please mute yourself, though. And then hold on 1 second, bro, when I merge this other call. Mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you. All right, Pickens or London? I'm going to go London. Although, if your gut screams Pickens, I think Pickens is going to get fed, man. Dak's got to feed somebody, and Pickens is probably going to get a lot of work, but I can't sit London.
Mm-hmm. All right, bet.
All right.
And on this other league, Debo or Handy this week? What do you think?
Without T85, I'm going to bank on Hendy, man. I don't think he's benched.
Hendy.
All right. Yeah. All right, later, bro.
Bet. All right, later.
All right, hold on a second. Jazz, mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you. Just hit that mute button, turn down the background noise. Okay, let me go over to this first caller here that called in earlier, 612. 612, you're live. I think it's 612.
Hey, Smitty, what's going on?
What's up?
I am contemplating this like a whole week. Flex spot, ETN, Hendy, or Judkins?
Judkins.
PPR.
I mean, I can't say Judkins, bro. I like them all, but ETN's nice, but Judkins is the guy, I think. It would be hard.
I know, Judkins looks so good.
Yeah, he's ready, bro.
And I got BTJ too, and oh man, I just don't know if his wrist is healthy yet. You know?
Well, I mean, I don't know that his wrist is. I don't think his wrist is that big of a problem. I think it's an excuse of sorts that's easy to use and leverage right now, but I'm not really worried about his wrist. But who knows? Maybe more develops on that. But I think, your running backs are great. Anything can happen. Trust your gut. But I'm starting Judkins, but that's me. All right, got to go, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see here. 714, you're live as quickly as you can.
Yo, what's up? I got a trade for I get Gibbs and I get JSN and Alec Iamore, and I give up James Cook, George Pickens, and Drake London. What do you think?
Cook, London, and who do you give up?
George Pickens.
Pickens, okay. So as much as I love the way Cook is playing right now, Gibbs still is by far the best player in this whole entire deal. You could argue that JSN and Cook are close, and even if you give the advantage to Cook, we're not looking at that. We're looking at Gibbs versus Cook, and that's a huge advantage. And then JSN versus London Pickens. I'd rather have JSN. So at the end of the day, you're winning both sides of this trade, in my opinion.
All right, thank you.
All right, later, bro. Jazz, you got 10 seconds. Go.
Hey, Smitty, if you got to start one, tight end Gadsden or Fannin, which one?
Where are you at? Are you in the can, bro? See, Echo's insane.
I am my private off. Yeah, Echo's real bad here. Sorry.
Okay, Fannin or who? Gadsden?
Gadsden. Yep.
Yeah, I would say go Fannin this week, but I really think Gadsden's going to rise up. I like him a lot. He looks fantastic.
Appreciate me.
But trust your gut, because it could literally be this week that it happens. But I'd probably still go Fannin. But that's me. Trust your gut. All right, later. Chat, vote in the live chat for him, Gannon or Gadsden. Travis, you're live.
Hey, I'm sure you mentioned it too, but if anyone's looking for help at tight end, go and get Ferguson too, because they're going to feed him well, at least while Lamb's out. But he's kind of looking like what we thought he was going to be last year from Dallas.
I doubt he's available. What's the percentage of availability? Because he's like the number. Wasn't he top?
I just mean go.
Trade for him.
Trade for him.
Oh, trade for him. Okay.
Throw him into deals in the second.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I didn't want right now.
People are still sleeping on him.
Yeah,
some people are still sleeping on him, unbelievably. But,
Indiana Jones or Fields this week? Travis, who you going? We get this question kind of a lot. Indiana Jones, Dr. Jones, or Fields. I think Jones is capable, but he's also kind of like a NFL quarterback playing well. And can be good fantasy.
I mean, he's safer, but I could definitely be wrong. So Jones is safe, but Fields against Miami, I love that match.
Yeah, I think you got to swing for Fields, but that's me. Good play.
That's what I do too. But again, I understand people that are scared off. But to me, like Fields didn't have like a leg injury or something. It was a concussion. So if he's cleared, should be okay.
Yeah. What were we gonna say? I was gonna say something else. I don't know. What else you got?
So in that dynasty league that I've been talking about moving MHJ, would you rather, like I'm competing, would you rather move like Cook, MHJ, and something else in a deal to get Gibbs back, or would you rather just hold on to Cook and just
mute yourself real quick? I'll be right with you. Yeah. So at Cook, MHJ for you're talking about getting Gibbs for Cook and MHJ. I mean, of course I'd take Gibbs for that.
No, I'd have to give up something else too. I might have to give up a first of my own, something like that.
I'd still rather have Gibbs by a mile.
Right, but would you rather do a deal like that, or would you rather just take? I think I can get 2 first rounders for MHJ.
I mean, give me Gibbs all day long.
Okay, you're still good with that.
I like James Cook a lot right now this year, but in Dynasty, I mean, Gibbs is maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or like 5 years.
Figure out what the better balance. Figure out what the better balance is for me, because I'm trying to win it all this year too. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Hero, I'm all caught up on super chats. So any super chats that come in, I answer them in order in which they're received right away. So they're all going to get immediate attention right now. Yeah, Gibbs for me. But honestly, if you couldn't do that, I'd definitely take 2 first rounders for MHJ. I'd be happy with that. That's pretty good. 850. What's your name and where you calling from? And you got about 20 seconds. Go.
It's Will, and we're in Tennessee right now, Franklin, Tennessee. High Stakes League, full point PPR, Keenan Allen, BTJ, or Dalton Kincaid. I got to pick 2.
Okay. So Kincaid, BTJ, and then Keenan Allen?
Yes, I got to pick 2.
I mean, I wouldn't start a tight end over these 2 receivers personally, but I understand why you would, and I get that Kincaid's been playing great. But I believe in BTJ enough still. I might regret that. I'm admitting that. There's risk involved. But there's still risk involved if Josh Allen rotates around still, But Kincaid's look pretty good. But I would still go with the 2 receivers personally.
Gotcha. Thank you, Smitty.
All right, man. Chat, vote on that. Let's see if the chat disagrees. All right, later, bro. Chat, vote on that. Who would you start here? BTJ, Kincaid, Allen. What 2 would you start? And then Be Free says trade London, Etienne, and Hendy for Neighbors. London, Etienne, Hendy. That's a lot for Neighbors. I probably say, man, Be Free. It would really depend on if this is like an 8-man league or a 10-man league that you got a surplus of talent that you could throw right back into the lineup. Then yes, at 0-3, I'd take a gamble on consolidating. But I can't imagine that if you're in a 12-man league or especially 14, that you would be putting yourself in a better position at 0-3 by getting rid of all of that depth. So it just really depends on your team. If you have a surplus, then sure, consolidate away. That's the way. A lot of people will answer that question without giving that clarification, but it really depends on the situation. Half PPR, Higgins, Ridley, Dobbs, or Coleman this week from Hezo. Appreciate you. I'm going to go probably Higgins. It's not that I like Dobbs' matchup a lot, but you don't know who's going to really blow up there. Coleman, I don't trust. He's too inconsistent. Ridley, I don't trust right now. Higgins, I don't trust, but I still think Browning's going to bounce back to a degree. And if, Chase is the focal point of the defense, then Higgins should have a decent day. 14 team league, 0.5. Took AJB and Rice and Kirk for Zay, CD, and Ridley. I don't mind this one at all, except for I would try and flip AJB now for a Hampton, a Judkins, a player like that. And if not, I still like the trade. I still think it looks good. But I definitely would be flipping AJB. And maybe you can get rid of like a Bill, or maybe you could trade I don't know what else. And then better than Rome plus Hurts for CD in May. I'd rather have Rome and Hurts over CD in May, I think, just because of the time missed. But honestly, man, CD I think is one of the best buy lows right now. So that one's debatable. If CD ends up missing 3 to 4 weeks, then that Rome and Hurts side is going to be better. If Lamb comes back after 1 week, it could be very debatable. Thank you for the super chat. And then Rag with a super Sutton or Dak. I'm going to go, or Stafford or Dak. I'm going to go Stafford. I mean, just the weapons this guy has. He's capable of 2 TD game really easily at any moment. Start Love or May. Love's got the matchup of a lifetime. Just ask Caleb. Kyle, thank you for the blank super chat. I think your message I do see. Usually you got to include the message in the super chat, but I do see it here. Flex London or Ibuka. You're never sitting Ibuka, bro. The only reason you sit Ibuka is if you sat him already and you're just trying to justify it. How could any Ibuka owner that's been relishing in his glory ask the question unless you sat him and you're so pissed off you just want it to be true. One time you want it to be true. You want your week 1 mistake of not playing Buka to come true at another point so it doesn't make you feel as bad about week 1. It's the only explanation. No, I meant which trade was better. I took AJB or Rice. I would say AJB. I think the AJB Rice trade was better. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. I mean, it just depends on CeeDee Lamb. If Lamb comes back after 1 week, let's say, which I don't think is necessarily going to happen. It's just I have a feeling he keeps talking about his injury as if it's not a big deal. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, because May and Hurts are pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
Right now, anyway.
Yeah. I guess if, yeah, I mean, you already did it. So now it doesn't matter. Maybe you're trying to take AJB for Lamb. And I know that that's risky because, bro, you're going to have Lamb and Rice both out. But if you can weather the storm, no one's staying with you. And you'll win like 5, 6, 7 straight games in a row, probably. It'd be a fun gamble to take. But I would definitely be interested. Plus, A.J. Brown. What if A.J. Brown has 2 bad games out of the next 3? You know, or what if Lamb sits 2 and A.J. Brown has 2 bad games and you're like, damn it, I should just take a Lamb. Pick 2, 10-man. I'm stacked. Genty, London, Pickens, BTJ. You're stacked, but you got to make a trade. Probably going to go London and Genty for me. Genty's got a good matchup this week. I think this is the week Genty explodes back. Start 1, Hendy or Chase Brown. I'm going to go Hendy right now. I just don't see them not. I mean, anything's possible. I guess I could see it. I could see the coaching staff totally screwing this one up again and us being so upset tomorrow. I can see it. But I don't, at this moment in time, this whole, you hear, like, it's such surface level analysis and absorbing of the news when everyone's saying, did you hear the news? What news? What news are you talking about? Did you hear the news about Ramondre? What news now about Ramondre? Did he's not losing his job? Where did you hear that? His coach said he's not disciplining Stevenson. Okay, so he's not going to take him out back and whip him with a whip behind the shed? Like, what are you talking about? Where is he? So what part does he talk about not playing Henderson as his running back 1? Well, what did he just say? He's not going to discipline him. So what's that means that he's going to do this? You don't know what that means. Now, I, of course, can't tell you with 100% certainty what it means, but I can tell you that Henderson's been running with the ones. He's the first running back out of the chute in practice. So I don't know, just because he's not disciplining him, which is what the question was, doesn't, like, he's not going to, bench him and not play him anymore? He's not going to do that. You can still maybe play him. But that doesn't mean he's remaining where he was. Henderson came in the fourth quarter and it was the trusted running back the rest of the way. So it's just kind of wild how people are taking it. You know, Troy says, wish Smitty would respect Caleb for real. Troy, he's played 1 good game. And he played against the Dallas Cowboys. No one was guarding any of his receivers. Did you see 2 of the touchdowns that he had? One player fell down. One defender fell down. And the other defender, there was a wide open wide receiver standing completely by himself in the end zone. What do you think? What did you expect me to do? Run in and give a standing ovation for Caleb Williams throwing 4 TDs against the worst defense in the entire National Football League that's going to make Jordan Love look like a Pro Bowl player or a potential, Hall of Fame inductee? I mean, what did you think I would do? Did you think that the Dallas Cowboy matchup did anything for you? Before you ask me to respect Caleb, bro, you were feeling the same way as everybody else, including me, that he was on the verge of being benched. Like, they get 2 or 3 more bad games out of Caleb and Bajent was coming in. You know damn well that's how you felt. You are very lucky at this moment in time that Caleb was able to face that Dallas Cowboy defense. Or you might be looking at he's on the hot seat. This is his last go before he's pulled and Bajent is inserted in. You got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. I can't believe we're back to the Caleb Williams delusion. Like, we just got through saying, okay, Smitty, you were finally right on Caleb. Okay, you're finally right on Caleb. Damn it, you were right on Caleb. And then now all of a sudden it's like, I wish Smitty would put some respect on Caleb. Oh. It's crazy, man. All right, Travis, anything else?
Yeah, how do you feel about Caleb Johnson if Warren were to go down? He's got this knee issue. And he'd be forced into work, or do you think they just start rolling with game on?
I don't know. I mean,
possibly trade for someone.
Itty, no matter what they're under that staff. So I mean, I would definitely be interested in picking him up, but
I mean, like, anyway, I might do it in one league. Anyone that has space for the 9:30 game, stash him, drop him in case Warren got hurt. But, and real quick for flex. Oh, also, I was just looking at it. In the Green Bay game. Go bet the over on an underdog. What's his name? Jordan Love, 238 passing yards. I think he's got a pretty good chance of it over there.
Yeah,
so.
Jordan Love's gonna have a field day.
But,
and then we got a
you know, a little more risky. Matthew Golden, 47 yards. You got a chance to make a big catch. So.
Yeah, we got a couple others here. Let me throw these up here. Quinshon Judkins, 58.5 rushing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 62.5. These are all on Underdog. Promo code Smitty. Play $5, get 100. Here's the link right here. But yeah, I mean, play 5, get 100. Hit that link. I'll pin it in the live chat. Let me pin it right now. I love these two right here. These are fantastic. So yeah, tail these.
If you wanted to just bet that one Green Bay game, there's a free Dak play too. So put that into your bet.
Yeah. Handy, but the only thing with that is you can only go, I think, over $10. You can't go over $10. But try it. Yeah. Definitely throw it into one of them. But and then this one right here. So these are my favorites on Underdog walking into the week right now. It's 58.5 Judkins, 63.5 Hampton, 37.5 Hendy, and 62.5 Gibbs. Pretty good ones. My favorite out of this would be the Judkins 58 yards. I think Hampton's is pretty easy too. If I had to say the one that's riskiest could be Hendy, just because the situation may be risky, but
yeah, Hendy has a receiving of 15.5 as well. Both of those are
that's probably even better. Yeah, Ricky Pearsall and DJ Moore for BTJ. Take BTJ. Take the gamble on BTJ, bro. You're only 3 weeks into football as of this moment. For that question. All right, Travis, appreciate you, bro. See you in the morning.
Just one more quick thing. If you had to flex, if you had to pick two between Downs, Wandale, Calvin Austin, and Shakir, if you had to pick two of those.
Downs, Wandale, Calvin Austin, and Shakir?
Yeah.
I guess Wandale.
And who would be second? I would have to pick two probably.
Downs, Wandale, Calvin Austin, Shakir. Probably Shakir, I guess, as long as he's healthy for the game. Check his stats. Yeah. I don't know.
All right, and would you want Burden over either of them? Or
probably Burden over Shakir, I think. But it's a high risk, high reward player. Shakir's probably safer, but less.
Right. All right. Appreciate it, Smitty.
See you in the morning, about 2 hours before the morning games, not the Ireland game. But yeah. And make sure you hit that link that's in the live chat pinned if you want to play Underdog. Again, Underdog, you play $5 by using that link that's pinned in the live chat. It's in the description of the video if you're watching a replay. Code Smitty if you already manually downloaded it and said, how do you hear about it? Put in code Smitty and $5 will turn into 100. Play 5, get 100. But tail these are really good. Like Travis said, maybe the Hendy 15 yards is better than the 37.5. They're all really, really good. Trade BTJ for Chase Brown. Trade BTJ for Chase Brown. Bucky and Hendy, only running backs. I'm fine with either one of those, bro. I'm fine with either one of those. You want to take, depending on your position of need, for sure. Either one. Rice, top 3 wide receiver any day he plays. 100 catches incoming. Yeah, he's going to be a monster, bro. Going to be an absolute savage. Smitty, I traded Zay for Hendy. Thoughts? I definitely like Hendy more. And I like Zay a lot. Yeah. Also start Chase Brown or Hendy. I'm going to probably go in the morning. We should have more news on Hendy and his workload, I think, or at least a hint or some kind of vibe. I would say probably Hendy for right now. But Chase Brown might be a tad safer for volume, but maybe not efficiency. You know? And guys, we're going to go straight over to the Patreon, the live Patreon right now after this. Patreon's my 24/7 live chat group. Hit that link. That link is in the description of the video right there, or it's in the description of the video. It's also been dropped in the live chat right now. I'll be over in the Patreon right now answering some questions, so jump over there. Hit that link. It's 24/7, $10 a month. Try it for 1 month and cancel. And you have a whole month for the $10. Just chatting away, getting live advice and talking with the group. It's basically like the live chat on YouTube extended 24/7. It's great. And then during games, we're all packed into this game day lounge. All of us are in there practically. It's just nonstop chatter, like just like it looks exactly like the live chat. It's like boom, boom. You see that play? You see that play? Judkins scored. Oh no, it was a penalty. He got held back. Oh, he got the ball again. Okay, he finally scored. Okay, Judkins got his touchdown. It's just nonstop. So get in there, do it live. See you all later. Scat 20.5 receiving, 20.5, not bad. Scat a boot to the moon. Don't forget Underdog, play 5, get 5. That link's in the description. That link is pinned. And then here's the Patreon link one more time. Right there, boom. So smash that. I'll see you all 2 hours before kickoff. 2 hours before kickoff, I'll be live answering questions, doing it live. Appreciate every single one of you. Dose. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. Live additionally whenever big news breaks. And live almost every single midnight like this show right here, Eastern. Thank you for being here for the 2-hour show. See you all in the morning.
Hi, my name is B. John Robinson. I like long walks on the beach. And, well, I also like scoring.
He's Kyron, he's 7 feet tall, and he knows how to handle a ball. He's Kyron, he can take frowns and turn them upside down with his touchdowns.
In a jam, call HHH and Associates.
Triple H and Associates, locations on Earth and Jupiter.
H.N. H.N. is the man. His haters call him small.
But he is 9 feet tall.
H.N. is the man.
See you all in the morning, 2 hours before kickoff. Subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any of that. Turn the notification bell on, but subscribe if you have not, please, so you can make sure you're ready to rumble. See you all in the morning, 2 hours before. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, Travis, Blackbeard, Space, Ricky, Sick Nasty, DeBalt, Vampy, Deuce.